Frankie's was a collaborator.
He's a collaborator on this album too.
Yeah. What was it like getting to work with him?
Amazing. And I just wanted to be the first one to say I did it.
Oh, yeah.
I am the best brother.
Wow, look at you.
Nicest brother.
What's up, friends? It's your girl, Emily Curl, back here at our iHeartRadio studios in New York City, and we have something really special for you today. The Joe Jonas is here. Can we give it up for Joe in our studio?
Oh, real applause. It's great.
We're so happy to have you back.
Now back to being quiet.
Last time you were here, we played Fan versus Artist Trivia.
That was really fun. She was wonderful.
Yeah, and you actually beat her in trivia. I was impressed.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, you can have that win.
Yeah, I won.
And then now you're back. We're so excited. You have a new album that's coming soon.
Yes.
I feel like you've been teasing us with this new music for so long.
Probably. I would think last time I was here I was talking about it.
Yeah, I think you were.
Well, we pushed back the album.
Yeah.
So now it's finally coming out. So we're pushing it back. This is my announcement. We're pushing it back again.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Just
my
kidding.
God.
May 23rd.
May
It'll be here
23rd.
finally.
Yes. Music for people who believe in love.
Yes. I feel nervous. Is there someone coming in here to do Jonas Trivia again or no?
Yes. Let's bring in It's Dylan, producer Dylan.
Oh,
Come on
no,
out.
really? Oh, gosh. I don't know why. It makes me nervous to have to think about me and my brothers
Yeah.
and trivia. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Back to
Okay. Yes,
Wednesday.
we need to bring him back in. But when you're thinking about like an album release date, like the weeks leading up to it, how have these weeks been, and what's going to happen in the next few weeks? Like, do you get nervous? Are you excited?
I think I have a pretty healthy outlook on this album release. I feel like younger me would be very terrified and nervous that this is coming out. But because we pushed it back so much, I'm just eager for it to get out. I actually had a conversation like 3-4 months ago with my team, and I was like, I think I'm just gonna leak it tonight. And they're like, no, we should probably stick to the plan. But it's been great. I've been very busy with playing fun little last-minute shows.
Yeah.
We have been kind of all over the place. And I say we because me and my band. We went from, started in Nashville, did something at Bluebird, which is an iconic venue.
It's so cool because that's a really intimate small venue.
Really intimate, yeah. It's about, I think, 60-some people. And it's a working restaurant. I mean, people are eating chicken fingers. It's really
hey
funny.
guys,
There
Joe here.
was one person that was like locking eyes with, she was in mid chicken wing, and she's like, do I put it down? I'm like, you can continue. And then we played, we did a little performance at a coffee shop. Then I flew back up here, performed with my friend Alex Warren. He had his show. Then flew to Texas, performed with my friend Sierra Farrell.
Yeah.
She's opening it for Post Malone on tour. And did another show there, and then surprised my mom and grandmother for Mother's Day and performed with my dad at our family restaurant we own there. So it's been chaotic, but it's been a lot of fun, and I'm just glad to be able to, I like performing, so if I have the opportunity, I'm going to do a show.
Were you always planning on doing these like little intimate shows all around, or is that something that just evolved?
We do one, and then I'm like, okay, I want to do another one. And Bluebird was our first idea. I'm going to do one in New York as well. And trying to kind of highlight some of the writers and producers a part of the project as well. Some great people that I've gotten the opportunity to work with on this body of work. And they were all available on Monday, so it's gonna be fun.
One thing I love about you and your social media is you really do highlight the process. And like I like when you show us the behind the scenes of you in the studio, and there's lots of collaborators in there. So paint the scene for me. Who all is in that room when you're making this album and this record?
Oh, wow.
And I feel like you're laughing, Joe. I feel like you have a story.
Yeah, I have quite a few stories about it. I'm grateful that it was a lot of friends this time around.
Yeah.
And now new friends. But this album started last March. I was working on a brother song with Justin Traynor, who I wrote a bunch of DNC songs with.
Yeah.
Recent Jonas Brothers song, Love Me to Heaven. And it was me, him, Blesh, Bo, and Alexander 23. And it was our first time really working together. And we wrote a song called Only Love. It was in mind for the brothers. We were in a writing camp for the brothers. And I just felt like this song meant a lot to me. And lyrically, emotionally, it spoke volumes. And I was like, I feel like I need this song. And solo music was not anywhere I wanted no lane I wanted to go down. I love DNC, it's really fun. But by myself, I've done it once. I was like, I'm good.
Oh, really? So that wasn't something that was like on your...
It wasn't on my vision board this year, unfortunately. But I have done things where I've like stepped into like featured on a song or done something because I know my kids are gonna listen to it one day. And I went to my brother and said, hey, I really love this one. And can I please have this? And I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I want to go start the process of working on a project around this body of work. And I think it was Nick. He was like, well, it sucks because I love the song, but I get it. Like, you did write it, so go ahead. And 3 weeks later, it was me, new, really great friend now, but a new friend, Josette. She's in a group called Muna, who's an amazing band.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, Paris, who's an incredible songwriter. Alexander 23, who's now a good friend.
Yeah.
And we just had a bunch of different rooms going at once. And the collaborators on this project, the list is long. And it really was just from me being fans of their music, reaching out, saying, hey, I love your music. I don't know if it would ever be open to it, but I'm going to send you a song. And the responses were really quick. So,
Well, I'm sure they're probably so excited. Joe Jonas is reaching out.
well, you never know. There was a few no's, but it's fine. That's fine. I'm grateful for the people that are a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's start with the title, too. Where was that, was that always going to be the title? Was that the original one? Where did that come from?
ChatGPT.
No.
No, just kidding.
Oh, I was like, oh my God.
It was like our first, my first idea. I think it was during the photo shoot or sometime last year. I just kind of listed out how I felt about the body of work, and I kind of felt like the genre where this album lies. It's hard to kind of pinpoint. There's a lot of different inspirations, and what the through line is that it's music that makes you hopefully feel good and emotional and happy, and it's a lot of love stories. So
I was going to ask you about that because I haven't heard the whole album, right? So I know the single. I don't know the full body of work.
Okay.
So I
I'll
don't
be
know
back in
where
6
it's going to
months.
go. Yeah, I don't know where it's going to.
I'll be back in 6 months. I have a 6 months residency here. at
Great,
iHeart.
please come back anytime. I'm curious for you, where do you stand with love right now? What are?
Yeah, believer in love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, the music for me is very healing and therapeutic. There was a day after I felt like we wrote the last song for this body of work, and I had a session booked, and my manager called me. He's like, hey, you're going to be there at noon. I was like, I think we're good. I think we got it. And he's like, great. I was feeling the same way. He's like, but obviously you're the artist. And, I feel like I have a lot of love to give, and I'm really excited to share the rest of the music, and I'm excited to hear what you think.
Yeah, me too. What about for someone out there who is mad at love or does not believe in love right now?
I get it.
What?
I get it. That's all I have to say. I get it.
Why should they listen to the album?
There's also songs that are, about heartache and frustration, and but I feel like if you get anything from my new music, then wonderful. I think there's a song for anyone out there.
Yeah.
I'm really selling myself here, but you don't have to listen.
Listen,
to
we're going to be listening to it.
You don't have to, honestly.
I'm always amazed by artists that are able to take something so personal, put it into art, and then share it with the world and so many people to have opinions about it. Is that challenging for you? Is that a tough part of the process?
Definitely. It's not always something that you want to be so obvious with either.
Yeah.
So, and it sounds like cliche, but it is like your journal, or it's your private conversations you have with yourself or your friends.
Yeah.
That's why it was important for me to work with people that I really trusted, because I'm having these conversations in the room, and then you're putting pen to paper and paper to lyrics, and then being able to just express the feelings. And so, again, I knew going into it, I was like, I want to make something that really kind of highlights where I'm at in my life. I looked 30,000 feet away, and I was like, wow, I'm really happy. I've got so many great people around me. I've got 2 beautiful kids. I'm like, life is good. I'm like, I'm happy to be able to be where I'm at, and I'm excited for people to, hopefully kind of know that it's okay to be happy.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, I love
it's great.
that.
Yeah, hopefully.
When you think about your life, too, it's you lead a very public life that I'm sure it's hard for you to, go on a date or get photographed innocently with a friend. How do you deal with that sort of pressure where everything in your personal life is also documented, or someone, can say something about that?
Sure. Well, I'll just make sure to cede it first to tout moi. No, I guess try to live my life as normal as I can. I've done this now, 20-some years, and it's you always have that itch of looking over your shoulder, but I'm a pretty open person and honest person.
Yeah.
So I try to just be as real as I can.
Yeah. I also love seeing Dumois in your TikTok comments. That always makes me laugh.
I don't think they're a real person. They invited me to a party recently. And
They
I was
did?
Like, I was
You
like,
have to go.
I was like, so I get to see
Who
if
is this?
you're real.
Yeah, who is
You're a
Dumois?
real person.
Speaking of TikTok, too, you're the TikTok king.
Wow,
I
thank
feel
you.
like you always make me giggle.
I
feel
believe
like, are
that,
you
but then I
just,
go to my friend Alex's page. I'm like, this guy's got 16 million followers.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy.
What?
Are you just on your phone, just giggling all day, just looking at the TikToks, commenting?
Yes, I'm chronically online.
I love that.
It's not. It's probably not good, but I do enjoy it, and I like trolling people that are in the comments. It's quite fun.
I also saw that you said that you really are the one behind the camera. You really are the one making these. I know you have a team that helps you with ideas, but this is really you behind the phone.
Right. There is 300 employees that help me with these videos, but most of the time, it's me.
Mostly you.
The selfie videos are me. Everything else I can't take credit for.
How do you have time for that? And like, what is your strategy with that?
300 people, we get together, we have a conference meeting every Monday. It's really just like if I see something I think is funny and want to, I guess it's being, I find it fun to be able to, I think in this day and age, it's hard to like hide who you are as a person, and I think people respect when people are authentically themselves. And I keep, music is very serious to me, and I keep that close to my heart. Everything else, I'm just like, let me have fun with this. I'm like, how exciting it is that I wake up and get to still do this. So I'm not going to take myself too seriously in other ways.
And everyone went absolutely feral when you dropped the teaser for Heart by Heart. I mean, I feel like that was fun to see on TikTok. That
just
single
now?
for a minute. Yeah, I mean, I feel like
the video.
still. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
no, I
yeah.
haven't seen the video.
Oh, got it.
But the video comes out.
That's what I thought you were talking about. Tomorrow.
No, it just made on TikTok. Yeah, the
Well,
video
we
comes
teased
out
the
tomorrow.
music video today. That's why I was like, yeah, they're upset. There's a lot
haven't seen that.
I've been translating a lot of comments, and they're very angry.
Oh, why are they angry? What's?
The things like, why would you do this to me? How dare you?
Okay, tell us about the video.
Yeah, well, the video is something that I came up with our incredible director, Anthony Mandler, who has done a bunch of videos. His laundry list of hits is insane, but we also did Sucker with him, and amongst others, our Cool video. So he's like a great friend, and we kind of came up with this idea. I don't really want to give anything away, to be honest. You gotta watch it.
Well, it's coming out by the time this is out.
I know, but I see phones and cameras, and there's people here, so.
Okay, so we'll be surprised. Okay, we'll be surprised.
The red light's on.
True.
You gotta watch it.
Okay, so we'll watch the video.
But it's a happy, healing video. I think it's like being happy for someone, which is about the song. Yeah.
Why was this song the right song to release first? What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, it was presented to me kind of in the ninth inning of this project.
Oh, really?
Savin co-wrote it with Louis Capaldi, and he's a homie. And when they sent it to me, I was like, oh my God, like I love this song and I relate to this song, and I felt really connected to it. So being able to get it out there like a couple of weeks ago now, it's been amazing. It's great to see these again, like even on TikTok and Reels, like people's versions, whether it's comedy or if it's emotional. I'm like, whoa, I love seeing that. Yeah. The creativity.
What was the last song you wrote for the album, or that you had?
The last song I wrote for the album was a song called, I think it was Constellation. Actually, we kind of wrote it in chronological order, and Constellation is the last song on the album.
Oh, wow.
And yeah. Sometimes I don't want to share too much about the songs, to be honest.
Let me ask, how many times did you change the track list? Like, how tough was it for you to get that exactly?
It was pretty easy.
Okay, so it was.
We did it in like, and I say we, my friend Greg and I kind of sat down. And we both wrote what we thought would be the order, and it was pretty.
You turned around, it was the same.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you knew.
I think so.
Okay, I love that. We also have to talk about 20 years of the Jonas Brothers. Which I can't believe. That is so insane to think about. So I want to take us on a time traveling journey to go back to 2005.
Great.
2005.
Roll the tape.
YouTube launched. Twilight was published. It was the invention of Guitar Hero.
Wow.
Holla Back Girl was
year.
the most downloaded song of the year. Skinny jeans, juicy couture, and gladiator sandals were the biggest fashion trends.
We were part of one of those fashion trends.
Which one?
Gladiator skinny jeans.
Yeah.
And juicy couture a little bit.
No gladiator sandals?
What are gladiator sandals?
They're the ones that go all the way up. You zip up the back.
Missed that trend.
Yeah, they were hideous. Yeah, we don't need to bring them back. It's so crazy to think, though, the history of that context. It's like, and that's when the Jonas Brothers, you guys were coming onto the scene.
It's kind of wild.
All these years later, you're still selling out these major arenas. So many people are excited for your music. Like, is it wild to think about in that context?
Absolutely. We kind of pinch ourselves every day that we get to do this, and make a gratitude list, and one of the top three is usually like the fact that I get to still do what I love for a living all these years later. Yeah. I don't take it for granted. I think it's amazing that we have such a wonderful, supportive fan base that is growing. I'm meeting people now that have their kids and their kids are fans. It's kind of wild. Maybe not grandkids, but mostly kids are quite excited to come to our show, and they're also like, because of the years we worked with Disney Plus, like you can watch all those series again. So I was at a visiting a children's hospital, and the first question they were asking me mostly questions about our TV series, Jonas LA and Camp Rock.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating. They may not know our music very well, but they know those. It's like they're starting over. It's kind of wild. Yeah.
At what age are you going to let your kids watch Camp Rock?
Ooh. I think they've seen clips.
Okay, so they've seen it.
It's a little old for them, I think.
A little too soon.
Yeah.
Did Nick and Kevin get to listen to the solo album early? Did they hear the whole thing?
We don't really like to share stuff
At all?
when it's in early stages. They've heard everything now.
Okay, they've heard it now.
But early on, presenting the music, we get like kind of shy to share because we respect each other's opinions a lot, and even like
So if they're
facial
like
reactions. But I know that Nick's favorite is What We Are.
Okay.
I don't know what Kevin's favorite is. He hasn't told me. It's quite rude.
Yes, wow. We also, Frankie's was a
He's a part. Yeah, he's a collaborator on this album too.
Yeah. What was it like getting to work with him?
Amazing. And I just wanted to be the first one to say I did it.
Oh yeah,
I am the best brother.
Wow, look at you.
Nicest brother. Yeah, he works with Kevin, obviously, on Claim to Fame.
Yeah.
But when I listened back to the song, I wanted a feature on it, and I just kept thinking how fun it would be to do it with Frank. And he came out in a show I did in Orlando a couple months ago, and it was so fun to have him out that he was so excited that his mic pack just fell off right away. It was kind of classic. And yeah, he's going to play with me on Monday. And he's a great
so
kid,
fun.
and he's got his own music, and it's awesome. I love it.
It's amazing. We had him in recently.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking about, because he was like talking about how he wears the rat suit sometimes on stage.
Yes.
Which I was obsessed with.
The rat suit's sick. It smells, but it's awesome.
Where is the rat suit?
I hope in the wash.
Any other collaborators on the album?
Yes, there's quite a few. Luisa Sanza, who's a Brazilian artist that I'm a huge fan of. Loane, who is a great French artist. She actually was competing in Eurovision, I think, recently.
Oh, wow.
Tiny Habits, which is a 3-part vocal group. They're phenomenal. And am I blanking on anyone else? We got Franklin. I think that's it. I think so.
Yeah.
If I'm forgetting anything, we'll just dub my voice over.
We'll add it in.
And I'm sorry if I forgot you.
Okay, last question. Let me ask you this.
Politics, here we go.
For this album,
Yes, okay.
if you could describe it. Yeah, no, nothing crazy. If you could describe it in 3 words, what would it be?
I guess I would say grateful. Gratitude. We'll go with gratitude.
Okay.
Desert, because I wrote it mostly like out in the desert. I was very inspired on a road trip. And I want to say new beginnings, but I'll just go with beginnings.
Beginnings.
Yeah.
And this album is like
Do you accept?
I like that.
Okay, you accept.
Yeah. And this album is best listened to when?
It's a great question. I usually between the hours of midnight and 12 a.m. So I think I honestly like to listen to it in the car because it feels like, or walking around New York.
Yeah.
I city bike quite a bit, so I put it on just like, I don't
Are you
usually
a
like.
city biker?
Oh yeah.
Really? Are you doing like the West Side Highway, or are you like going up the lanes?
We're everywhere.
Wow.
You name
I'm
it.
so impressed.
I recently noticed that you can look at where you're going on like city bike. This is not paid for, by the way, so you can cut all this out until they cut the check. Just kidding. And you can see how many stations and maps. Such nerd stuff, but you can see the maps of where you've gone. It's pretty cool.
Really? I didn't know that because I
Yeah.
like to city bike too.
You gotta be safe though.
Yeah, it's scary. Okay, yeah, that's a whole tangent, but the album.
The album, yeah.
We're so excited for you, Joe.
Thank you
Thank you so
so
much
much.
for your
Thank you
time.
for
We really
lovely
appreciate it. We
interview.
know how busy you are. Can we give some love one more time to Joe Jonas in our studio at iHeartRadio? Joe, thank you. We can't wait to Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.